Hello, my name is Kyo, and today I'll be doing a speed paint of Frieren, holding a blue flower, which is Himmel's favorite flower, blue moonweed, and I'm just going to be talking over it. I'm just going to be doing random yapping while this speed paint starts. So I had an idea when it was late, and I took out my phone and had to sketch it out on IBS on my phone because I didn't want to forget. And that's what I usually do when I have ideas that I know I can't do at the moment. So I did a quick, messy, very messy sketch in my IBS on my phone. It's very. I might put it in. I might, but it is very, very messy. But I was just planning on doing a cute little drawing that I was gonna finish, do a full-on rendered drawing of her holding a blue moonweed, which is Himmel's favorite flower, and her looking at it. And that was just the idea. But this one actually gave me a lot of trouble, especially with the face. I could not get the face down as much as I wanted to. It was giving me some real problems. At first I made the chin a little too long, which you'll see I fixed later. But it was like, I feel like the angle was screwing me up a bit, especially with the eyes. And I had made the mouth a little bit too high up, which was inherently already making the chin look quite long. So I had to later go back and fix that. Her clothes, she gave me some trouble. I realized I missed some things in the clothes, but I'm just going to ignore it because I've already finished it and it's been done for a while. I've just been neglecting doing the voiceover because talking to myself for 16 minutes I don't know how to be interesting for over 16 minutes while talking to myself without any ideas to go or what to speak on. So usually I just start this with no line of thought and then I'll get into the flow at some point and just start speaking randomly to myself. Because it's so strange just speaking to my computer while watching, because I don't really know how to comment, because it's not like I have a certain flow to how I draw. I usually just go and do whatever I think of, which was Frieren, because I was watching the new episode. It was so good. I love Frieren so much, but I really like Frieren, and I wanted to draw her, but I don't really have a flow to how I draw things. I usually just start doing things, and I'll ask some people if it looks fine or if it matches, or I'll look at my older drawings to get an idea of if I like the sketch or not, if this is how I usually hold like my standards of what I hold myself to. But other than that, this was quite a hard, long drawing for me. I took quite long on this drawing. It took me quite a while to finish. It took me about 2 days, which wasn't full 2 days, but it was spend it over 2 days, and then again it went on longer because I just kept adding things. Because I would keep looking back at it and realize there were some things that I just did not like as much. So I would keep adding to it, or I'll keep fixing it. I'll keep going back, and it was like an annoying cycle because I never left this drawing alone until I was finally like, okay, I'm putting it down. This is not that important. Like, I love this. I love Frieren, but I was spending far too much time. I wasn't touching any of my other whips or things that I wanted to get finished that were like above in my mind, higher than this. I was procrastinating my animation homework because I wanted to finish this. And, well, probably not a good idea, but animation has been kicking my ass because it was like, I have the midterm up soon, and I have to put in like all the things I've done so far. And it's like, oh, please turn out well, because it's basic, just learning the basics so far. They've put me on Blender, which is, Blender. I hate Blender. It's not, okay, maybe I just need to understand it, but right now it's fighting back. It's like I'm the enemy, like, no. But it is giving me some problems. I probably need to watch like a tutorial or two because it is painful. It's painful right now. But I have to get it finished soon, or of course I can't turn it in late. So I have to finish up all the things in my animation, which I was procrastinating during this time when I was trying. It was just I had to make a GIF, but I did end up finishing that. Some late night, I had an idea and I decided to finish it. I might put it somewhere. Who knows? Maybe, probably not. And now I'm on having to do Blender, and it's like, oh, please, please just stay back. I hate Blender with passion right now. Maybe I'll like it more later, but right now it is absolute pain for me. But I'm planning on doing something to fix it, maybe get better, because I have to turn this in. It's not something I can just avoid, because it is one of my core classes, sadly. It's like, I want to learn how to animate, of course. I want to make smooth animations. But, like, I also want to keep up. I also have to do my other classes, which, of course, I have to do those as well, which are technically more important than this. But I was just like, and I also want to do normal art, because sketching and just playing around with art is so much easier, more fun than animating. Because I had tried animating before I got into the class. I don't know, it was just a whim kind of thing. I just decided, oh, I want to do some animation. And yeah, I realized it wasn't as easy as I wanted it to be. I started off doing each little frame, and I realized that's one, that movement would not be as smooth if it was done that way, and two, it made the panels look really bad. And I was animating on CapCut, which now I just do IBS, but at first it was painful on CapCut because I didn't know how to speed up the freaking frames. I know now because I have to edit my videos on CapCut, but at first it was quite painful because I had no idea what I was doing. And then I tried Flipa, but I only drew on IBS, and I didn't like to draw on Flipa. So I then figured out, okay, I can't do this either, because one, the way you have to put pictures, like, yes, I could like save images from IBS and put them into Flipa, but it was quite hard because I had to size the pictures to be, and sometimes I would not size them correctly and it wouldn't be consistent, and that would piss me off because it would constantly move each frame, and sometimes people really make that look good, but it was not looking good for me. Okay, I really like the way sometimes people make their lines move in animation, but mine did not look, because the whole thing was moving. There'd be times where the head was bigger, because I immediately started off with animating people, of course. Well, it was with hands. I started off hand movements. I hate drawing hands. It was the worst idea I could have came up with, but it's what I chose for some reason. Don't ask me. I could not give you an explanation. But I chose to do hands as my first. It was a hand opening and closing, and the second one was a freaking hand opening and closing. I don't know why that's what I chose, but it was what I chose. It wasn't that bad. It was just the hand having to do it over and have to keep the same size, because it was like I had to visualize it correctly and make it look as normal as possible. In the end, it was not clean, and I didn't end up coloring it because at the time I didn't really render either, because I didn't have my webcam. I used only my phone, and I hated rendering on my phone. The only thing that I liked was rendering skin, because I don't know why, that was just more fun for me. Which, even on my webcam, I love rendering skin. It is my favorite. But hair is so painful. I need to learn a better way to render hair, because I feel like that's what holds me back a lot, especially and with clothes. I need to do more folds and wrinkles in clothing because it looks more natural. Because I can't just have perfectly smooth clothing, because even then, because it wrinkles in some areas. And I need to learn how to shade that and also add it into my drawings. I can't, because it looks very stiff when you don't have wrinkles. So I'm trying to learn how to add the shadows and make it look all nice, and like the lighting as well. I'm trying to teach myself lighting, but every single time I've tried to take lighting into account in my drawings, it kind of just gets thrown off to the side, and then I do just a normal coloring of it, which I've had so much ideas that would turn out so good if I just didn't get so perfectionism, and I just trusted the process long enough to have it and continue with it, rather than just immediately stopping and just be like, okay, this is not working, or just getting outside help, instead of just trying to do it all myself and trying to understand, because that would probably do better, and I'd probably be able to understand it better if I had someone explain it to me. But I just don't. One, I draw very late at night most of the time. I usually do most things at the dead of night, because I don't like, I guess I'm just better at drawing at night, because doing it in the daytime is just strange. Also, I can get interrupted a lot when I'm drawing during the day, and I think that it really breaks the flow, because I usually, when I'm drawing at night, no one bothers me because no one's awake. So it is very nice to draw at night. But then again, I can't ask for any help. Like, yes, I could just look up a tutorial and I could watch that. But I also like when someone physically shows me. Which, yes, someone could physically show you. But I mean on my drawing. Because then it's like, oh, I'm understanding, like, in a certain way, like this in my style, how it should look. And I feel like that would be a lot easier. But no one's ever awake when I'm in need of art help. So I usually at the time I just erase it and I do a different kind of style of rendering, or I say goodbye to the lighting altogether. Which was this one, I just did normal lighting in the hair, and I could have done something else, which I wish I did. I wish I did like a warmer lighting. It was kind of like the sun, but I didn't. As you can see, it's very obvious that I did not choose that. I could have done like an overlayer, but I've done that. I did that on a recent dingy drawing I did. And I think I want to try and do that more. I used to do that quite a bit. I used to just do overlayers, and so it would kind of add some bit of lighting, but then again, it's not going to completely like add the lighting. Like if the lighting's not already in the hair or in the face or wherever you're putting the overlayer, then it's not going to be there if you add the overlayer. Like, yes, you can yes, most of the time that usually just changes the color. But yes, you can add things and just like add normal lighting, and so you can put an overlayer over it, and then it might change the color to make it look like that's that lighting. But you still need to go back and add things. And if I don't understand lighting in the first place, then it's not going to work in the way I want it to. And I feel that's not how it worked in this dingy drawing that I did, which I'm pretty sure I'm going to post a short of it because I didn't screen record it, which is how I mostly have to do. And if I don't screen record it, because usually I don't screen record my drawings whenever I feel like they're not going to turn out good. And most of the time they turn out fine, and I'm like, oh, I wish I screen recorded this, but alas, I did the same thing with the doll's eye drawing I did today. I really like the doll's eye drawing. I might post it as a short, or I might not post it at all, because I don't think I'm going to end up coloring or rendering it, because the sketch is really, the liner is really good. And I tried, I'm going to be honest, I did try to end up rendering and coloring it, but it was pissing me off so bad. It was like, I was attacking the damn thing, and I was giving up. I put down the base colors first, which usually I don't do them all at a different time. I usually do it all at the same time. Like, I usually do the hair, and I do the hair and leave it by itself, and then I go into the face, and I render the face. But this time, I tried to render it all on its separate layers, because I like to have, like, freedom of being able to erase and not erasing the entire other color. But it was like, I don't know, maybe it was because I didn't do it in sections. I didn't do the hair first, and then the skin, and the clothing. But it was really, really giving me a hard time. Maybe I chose a warmer lighting, which, again, lighting. But I chose a more, reddish color, and I feel like that's what threw me off a bit. Because I don't usually, yes, I can work with those colors, but, and also the clothes might have not been as detailed as they could have been. But then again, I was trying to add lighting, and it was really just, it wasn't working for the clothes. I knew I shouldn't have started on clothing, because I don't really ever do much for running clothing. I tried to work a bit harder on Frierens. I tried to add a bit more than how I usually do, because usually I would just leave it here. I would just use the flat colors, and I would try and add a bit of shading, and that'd be about it. I would never try and add wrinkles. This time I tried to add a bit and make it have an illusion of wrinkles. But I don't know if I succeeded in how I wanted it to look. But alas, there's not much I can do about it now, because I have finished. I'm not touching this drawing ever again. I'm not. Actually, that's a lie. I might come back to it sooner or later, as I do with a bunch of my drawings that I've supposedly finished, quote unquote finished. I'm never not going to touch a drawing unless I'm 100% happy with it, which yes, I'm not. I also wish I could have put some more detail into the flower petal, because it probably would have looked a bit better, but there's nothing I could do about it now. I mean, I've finished it. I'm not going back and stopping this voice recording to go add it now, because then I would just have to, it would make this so much longer, because I would have to screen record it, and also my laptop is about to die. I could just put it on the charge and then pick this up later, but I have been delaying this voice recording forever. I have a whole nother video that I have to voice over, that I did a commission for someone. I was making a wallpaper. I was making a background for them, for their laptop. But I have a whole nother video that I'm supposed to freaking like do a voice recording over and talk about like I ever talk about the drawings in these videos, but I'm supposed to be talking about the drawing, and it's just I just have to. I don't know how. I'm pretty sure that one's like 17 to 18 minutes. This one's only 16. But it's like I've been avoiding it like crazy. I always avoid doing voice recordings. I can do the drawing and screen record any day, but having to talk is just not. I guess I could talk as I draw, but when I would, but I'm not. I'm not a talker when I draw. If someone tries to talk to me while I'm drawing, I usually just like give short answers, and I'm not good at describing things when I draw because well, what is there to describe? Like I said, I don't even know what I'm doing most of the time. But this one was broken up a lot. This screen recording was broken up a lot because I kept, okay, the one thing I hate about Apple laptops is that it kept, like the desk bar at the bottom kept opening up, and it kept opening up my pages, and I'm like, I don't even, and it would take me out of IBS and put me onto pages, and I was like, okay, no, this is getting, it kept happening, because I kept trying to erase or hit the undo button, and it kept happening over and over and over again. At some point, I accidentally hit my messages, and I had to stop the screen recording, cut that out, and then have to redo it all over again. So this is like a bunch of short screen recordings all put together into CapCut, which I'm happy that is a thing. If it wasn't, then I would have a lot on my hands. But I'm pretty much done here. In the end, you can see I add a bit of white under her eyes, because I did that for a dog's eye drawing I did. But I really like the look of it, I think. But that's pretty much it. I added a bit of orange in the background, because if I'm going to fail at lighting, I bet I could at least I could add a little bit in the background. But that's about it. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I can get another video out soon of a voice recording over it. It might take forever. It might take another 2 weeks. But thank you for watching. Bye!